Hi ladies, today we're going to discuss 3 things to aim for in 2024. The first thing is gratefulness. It has made such a difference to my life, writing down every day or every other day at least 3 things that I am grateful for. Over the course of 2023, I realized within myself how much I am becoming, or how much happier I became. And that was simply just from thinking about all of the blessings in my life in a regular basis. Gratefulness is so important to your mental health, to your happiness. You know, we hear about it all the time. We have the season of Thanksgiving. Some people celebrate Thanksgiving. And everyone comes together and says, yes, let's talk about thankfulness. But as with all other celebrations, these are things that we should be doing all year long. And gratefulness is definitely a key to happiness. It's worked for me, and I've seen it work for so many other people. Instead of constantly thinking about what could have been or what could be, and not that there's anything wrong with planning for your future, but it's just about the fact that, wow, like, God, you have done so much for me in my life. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for health. My health could be a lot worse, especially for me, knowing that, sometimes we'll have a sneaky treat. We'll eat things that we know aren't necessarily healthy, but God has still kept us. Isn't He merciful? There is so much to be grateful for. So please take time to be grateful and actually write it down. The next thing is peace. This year in 2024, aim to live a more peaceful life. One of the things that you can do is have less social media. When I say less social media, because, I could say no social media, but the reality is YouTube is social media, So the reason why I say less social media is because YouTube and WhatsApp are social media platforms that people don't always realize, they're actually social media as well. But what you can do is say, do you know what? Do I really have to be on every platform? Is that really necessary for me to be on every platform? Is my demographic that I'm reaching out to on every platform? And how do I feel after using the platform? So I would say less social media or no social media. Give yourself time to take breaks. And, you don't have to announce it to the world. Just take breaks. This has also helped me so much by just dropping off and taking breaks from social media. That doesn't mean that people can't reach me. If you want to reach out to people, you have their number. They have my number. But take necessary social media breaks. It will give you a chance to have more peace in your life, to have less voices and opinions, and you can have more time to hear from God. Another thing you can do to be more peaceful is to ask God to help you heal and move on from toxic relationships. What does that mean? What are toxic relationships? Because people have thrown around the word toxic so much that, people sometimes don't take it seriously. But for me, a toxic relationship is one of someone who is pulling you into sin. If someone is pulling you into sin, that's a toxic relationship. If someone brings you down, if all they aim to do is bring you down and things like that, that's a toxic relationship, right? You have to be aware of what relationships are bringing into your life. Is it bringing peace, prosperity, health? Or is this relationship bringing discouragement, fear, anxiety, anger, resentment, bitterness? Is any good fruit coming from this relationship in my life? Ask God to help you heal and move on from those relationships, or move accordingly. If there's, for example, a family member, you live in the same house with them, there's nothing much you can do. Okay, well, what boundaries can you put in place so that you can handle their toxic ways and not be so affected by it? The other thing is, and this is kind of linked to social media, but pray to God and ask Him to show you who you are. A lot of us have forgotten who we are, and a huge source of that is social media, because a lot of people have been living for the gram. We've been living for online and how we'll be perceived, and doing things to look good in the eyes of men that most of the time don't even care about you, don't even truly really care. It's just a like and a passing like that you'll get, and that's it. People have moved on. They've forgotten about your post within 5 minutes. But that one post took you about 50 minutes or, 5 hours to come up with or prepare, whatever it is. A lot of performance is stopping you from knowing who you are. So between being grateful and, seeking for peace and finding out who you are, you'll have so much of a better year this year. Also, the less time you are online, replace that with more time in the Word. More time in the Word, more time in the quiet. Just learning how to be okay with silence and boredom. This year will turn around for you if you do these things. So ladies, let me know in the comments what you're aiming for in 2024. I hope you are encouraged. God bless.